This story was told to me by an elderly man named Vladimir, with whom I shared a compartment on the train from Moscow to Arkhangelsky. When I mentioned that I had come to Russia to collect scary and mystical stories, he shared his own tale that happened to him in his youth. However, he narrated it as if it had happened to him just yesterday. I titled it, Easy Money. The setting is the 1960s. I was making my way from Yakutsk to a remote village on foot. In today's terms, I would be called a BOMR, a person without a definite place of employment. I was heading to the village to join a friend who had promised to find me a job in the local collective farm, as I couldn't find work in the city, having lost all my money in gambling. I got a ride to a crossroads from a passing car, and from there I walked straight through the forests. Early summer, no mosquitoes yet, warmth and light all around. In my backpack I had food and vodka. I walked kilometer after kilometer, then I saw, at the edge of the road, a large branch tree adorned with colorful rags. At first I found the tree amusing, but upon closer inspection, to my surprise, I saw a pile of coins beneath it. Without much thought, I collected everything, put it in my pocket, and continued on my way in high spirits. In the evening, I settled down for the night in an empty summer house in the woods. I laid out on the couch whatever I found in the house, covered myself with my own jacket, had a drink, and went to sleep. I hadn't even fallen asleep when I felt someone pulling my leg. I tried to ignore it and go back to sleep, but someone continued to pull harder and harder. I jumped up, looked around, no one, a bright summer night. An empty house, an empty clearing. I lay down again. As soon as I was about to doze off, the pulling started again. This time I cursed, jumped out of the house, and circled it. No one was there. Sleepily, I didn't feel much fear. I lay down again. At first, I couldn't fall asleep for a long time, then finally drifted off. This time, I was pulled so hard that I fell off the couch, dragged a bit across the floor. But when I opened my eyes, there was still no one near me. This went on all night. I tried to sleep, and someone wouldn't let me. Finally, towards dawn, after another tug on my leg, I opened my eyes and saw above me in the semi-darkness the black silhouette of a large, muscular figure leaning over me and holding onto my leg. That's when my nerves couldn't take it anymore. I jumped off the couch, screamed, ran out of the house, and ran as far as my eyes could see. Only later did I realize that I had left my backpack in the house, but I didn't dare to go back. I ran all morning until I reached some village. Knocking on the first house I found, I told them about my misfortune. They advised me to go back and return the money near the tree. Then I remembered that the money was still in my pocket, but when I checked, there was a hole. Everything had fallen out while I was running. I didn't go back. I continued on with someone from the locals to my intended destination.